Oh.
Excellent! All systems, full power! Look at me! I'm your brilliant creator, Dr. Robotnik!
Self-professed brilliant creator.
Model machines!
We're gonna hear this this music theme a lot. There's a reason why I smile idiotically every time I hear this piece of music. And I'm sure I'll tell the story. Anyway, welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Adventure, if it even has a name. I think I've got the playlist titled Based on a True Story. This character, his name is E102, he is a robot created by Dr. Robotnik. The main gameplay with this robot is that you aim, and then you fire rockets. It's the gameplay that was used in Sonic Adventure 2, but you probably already know that, and if you didn't, you learned something new, but that's okay. Why am I no longer recording with a camera? That's because I was told, derp, the face cam is shit. Well, those weren't the words that were exactly used, but it was one of the bits of feedback I got, so it's like, you know what? It doesn't really add anything. If you miss the face cam, I'll bring it back. Point number 2, dose. I've done these characters in the wrong order. That's because the original intention was to live stream E102 and to live stream big. You know, then take those live stream recordings and turn them into episodes on YouTube. Now, I mean, I still want to do that for big, but for E102 it doesn't matter.
The shooting range is through this door. Your big brother, E101 Beta, is there practicing.
I'm going to elongate every word. I'm not as advanced as my brother, eh? I think we just flickered back to like the hub world. So
Destroy the Sonic type. Destroy the targets and you'll get extra time.
So you might remember this bit. We went rushing through it quickly at the end of Sonic's campaign. Ugh. But there's a cool thing I want to show. There's just like loads of monitors up there. This level's very short and you can get crazy amount of free time. Basically every time you destroy an enemy you get a time bonus for doing so. And then you just have to shoot, I think it's this Sonic doll 3 times. And then yeah, he's done.
Mission complete.
That is basically what E102's gameplay consists of. The following levels are a lot longer. A bit longer than this level. E102's levels are short except for, say, Hot Shelter, which goes on for bloody ages. I can't think of any other levels for E102 that are really that long. And his campaign isn't that long either. I will probably record the whole thing in one sitting, just because I really can't be bothered to have to continue.
Good job, Gamma. I didn't think you had what it takes.
Yeah, we already ascertained that.
Okay then, Gamma. Here's your test. If you want to stay on board, you must be able to pass it. So pay attention to what I say.
He's got a big pink nose.
The almighty egg carrier is a flying fortress that needs a good crew. Come forth, Beta!
This is a piece of music again.
I I'd like you to meet your older brother, E101. Just call him Beta. I am pitting the two of you against each other, and the winner serves on my ship. I put my bets on Beta, but I owe you at least a fair chance.
Well, Eggman, you ain't getting paid this time because the underdog is gonna win. In fact, I'm not even gonna give Beta a chance. Look at that. Superior. Puh. Don't hold your breath.
Mission complete.
Ho ho ho! You surprised me, Gamma. I had a funny feeling there was more to you than meets the eye.
Transformers!
Gamma permission to serve on board the egg carrier. What? So you want to come along with us, eh? Okay.
Oh, God.
Use a spare set of parts, I guess.
You know, I'll tell you the anecdote about this piece of music in a bit. It's not half as funny as I make it sound, but every time I hear it, I can't help but hear the particular thing, and then I just can't contain the laughter. So anyway, you notice that it wasn't there that that E101 wanted to be on the egg carrier with Eggman. It's that E101 wanted to be with E102, and this isn't some kind of crazy robotic love story. It's explained at the end of the story. I don't want to ruin it for people who don't know, but I'm assuming most of the people who are going to watch this are people who play Sonic Adventure anyway. But that's besides the point. I'd rather not spoil anything. Massive fanfare!
Aha! Testing 1, 2, 3. You, the elite egg carrier crew, are here today to hear a very special announcement.
Here it comes.
Behold! It's a tailed frog! Very unique. This frog is absolutely vital to my plans. I command you to locate this frog immediately! You hear me? I don't care what it takes to get it. Just bring it to me! We haven't got time to waste, so come to attention!
Okay. So, as weird as it sounds, we've got to go find a frog that's got a tail. Okay. Now, we've been hearing E102's theme a lot already. Like, his piece of music plays throughout his story, like, more times than it does for any other character in their story. Because it's also the theme music of the other E100 series robots. So we're going to hear it a lot. And there's a robot voice in it that goes, you know, like, in the background. And every time I hear that, I swear I hear, "Stuff my pussy." And that's why I can't help but laugh every time I hear that piece of music, because I know it's coming up and it's just juvenile schoolboy humor. It doesn't matter. It's completely unnecessary, but I find it funny. Anyway, E102, oh well, yeah, I haven't had a chance to show you this yet. He hovers when he goes over water. That's because he can't swim, he's a robot. But the question is, why doesn't he hover like that all the time? Anyway, his first level is Emerald Coast. 6 seconds. But I don't see a timer. So, Emerald Coast, it's basically Sonic's Emerald Coast, but only the very first chunk of it. So yes, there are only 2 characters in this game that legitimately enter Emerald Coast. And I say legitimately enter because not only can characters get into the wrong levels, but Tails technically goes to Emerald Coast for a cutscene. You see there's a lot more enemies and objects around when you're playing as E102. And you get to have lots of fun beating up deck chairs. Also, that you don't go through the loop there, you actually go through here, which didn't exist when playing the Sonic. We're actually almost at the end of E102's Emerald Coast. Seriously, this is how short this game and its levels are. There is Froggy, the frog we've got to find. I'm going for the 1-up. A, to add extra time to this video, which is why I'm going to go for another 1-up, but also just because otherwise we're going to blast through this story. We're just going to blast through the story because that's what happens when you're playing as E102. Until Hot Shelter, which is a very long level. Red Mountain's just the right length, and then Hot Shelter goes on a bit too long. Also, you can get to the boss of Hot Shelter, and then be... Oh, this cutscene's good. This cutscene's good. And my favourite line in the... Okay, my second favourite line in the game. My favourite E102 line is coming up.
Must determine location. Accessing data. No data found. Location unknown. This presents a problem.
This presents a problem. I love it. I love that line so much. It's just brilliant. So, E102's getting a flashback. Despite being a robot and probably not really being able to understand or process what's going on, he gets a flashback anyway, because why not? Seeing as everybody else is going to have one, he might as well have one too. And those chow are just so irritating. Sounds like those toy phones you had when you were a kid. Where you'd like press the phone button and go... You know, just sounds like that. Shut up!
No, don't go any closer. I'm sorry. I see you must not be one of them, huh?
I'm surprised you're not freaking the fuck out, seeing as, you know,
Did
you say 100 or even 1,000 years in the past and you're seeing something made of metal. Metal is a thing that does not even exist within your comprehension. And you're just standing there talking to him like he's a fucking person. He's a robot. Look at him, he's frightening. In old stories, right? Even in stories like Dragon Ball, right? Character comes rolling up in a motorcycle, the prehistoric, like, monkey boy tries to beat the motorcycle up claiming it's a monster. I mean, that's how it goes. That's how you're supposed to play this sort of thing. But look, you're just talking to a robot. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, and she's spouting off some philosophical bullshit as well, as per usual.
This frog's the one we want. No, here's the real one.
My frog is the right one.
These lines are pretty funny as well. Particularly the next line. Yes.
Ah, dummies, 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 dummies! None of you got the right one. We must find the frog with Chaos's tail. That same frog has also swallowed a Chaos Emerald. Huh?
It's like animation straight out of that movie Food Fight.
I'm
Just
proud
such
of
bad
you.
animation for a second there. I love it.
I knew you'd be of use to me.
Gamma's very happy, as
All
you
you
can see.
worthless hunks of junk, be gone!
No! No! I mean, we should feel privileged.
You will get a
But-
new assignment. This one's easy.
I can't feel privileged and Eggman's
Go to the
favourite
room
when I
through
just
that
saw
last door.
my brothers and sisters get walked away. It's
Once
depressing.
there, you'll find a girl and a bird. Just get me that bird. Now.
And
go.
you know where this will link up to Amy's story. But first, let's see a robot completely misinterpret his instructions, proving he's not as intelligent as he looks. Though to be fair, he doesn't really look that intelligent either. Is this the right door? It's not the door I was asked to go into, now is it? So it probably isn't the right door. Looks like one of those machines out of like a Wallace and Gromit movie. They're basically repiecing E101 together to make a new robot. And I must say the new E101 is really cool to look at, like, and the boss battle's pretty fun as well.
Beta.
Things aren't as black and white as they seem, Gamma.
This is the wrong room.
You don't say. God, he should be given like a certificate in stupid things he said. Now, there are 2 power-ups. I don't know whether I can get them yet. I'm just going to have a quick jump around just to see. I think I get told when I can take them, but I'm just going to do a double check because it's super quick to check. No, nothing. So it's a little bit later on. But there's one power-up you're told about, and there's one you can miss. That's my high score for Hedgehog Hammer. I played a little while after the previous recording, just to see what I could do, and I got to about 5,500. So, are you ready for a cutscene we've already seen, but with slightly different dialogue and slightly different camera angles, but it's effectively the same cutscene? This cutscene appears in something called the Sonic Adventure Auto Demo. It was a prototype that was ripped around about this time last year, and I want to do a video about it at some point because it's interesting. It's basically a demo that plays itself. This cutscene appears in that demo. In Japanese, because the whole thing's in Japanese. But there are a few differences, like instead of that Chow egg being in the center prison cell, you've got 2 capsules instead. I think it's rings and a shield. It's completely bizarre placement. It obviously means that between when that prototype was made and the full version, either the Chow were an afterthought that were added then, or the Chow eggs were an afterthought. One of the 2. That's what it basically tells us.
Why not help us out instead?
And actually, now, having recently seen the Dreamcast version through mucking about with this prototype, the models in the Dreamcast version are better. Like, yeah, they're simpler, but they look better.
Does not compute.
I feel sorry for you. Eggman failed to give you feelings. Wait a minute, Birdie!
Psycho powers, Birdie's psychokinesis. Forget it. Kinesis means move, so it's not that, is it? It's telepathy. Psychopathy. psychopathic.
Get going.
Huh?
There was that phrase again in the music.
Why are you letting us go?
It is dangerous here. Hurry. We'll be arriving at the Mystic Ruins base
Listen out for it.
So, you're not like those other robots.
I can definitely hear my pussy in the
You
words.
really are a good
I know it's
person
not, but it
inside,
just
aren't
makes
you?
me laugh
I guess
thinking
we can be friends then.
that that's
Take care,
what it is
okay?
when it isn't. You can't possibly be that. Right? And I just keep on walking. I just made a reference to the eels. The eels. Is there really nowhere I will stoop? Get. Okay, so yeah, here it is.
Gamma, get ready for battle instructions. Get the jet booster from the ammunition room and get up to
This
the
is the
gate.
one you can't miss. But there's one later on which allows you to lock onto more enemies and do more damage. And that one, I'm not going to say you can miss it because you can't miss it. You can come back to the egg carrier later and get it. But you can unintentionally miss it. This is the one you can unintentionally miss, which you can get access to later. Because the water drains out. I'm not sure how or why or even when that happens, but there is a point in the story when you can get in there and get that addition. Whereas in here you can get the jet booster. This is necessary, this allows you to float.
Here's the jet booster. Press and hold the jump button and you'll float for a while.
Thanks, Tikal. You seem to know an awful lot about robots. There we go. We've got... camera! Camera! We've got perhaps the most useful piece of kit, actually,
I see you got
in
the jet
E102's arsenal, as it
Report
were.
to the rear of the ship. Hurry!
Rear of the ship. Oh yeah, of course we use this because the ship's not in monorail mode. Okay, we're gonna have our little battle with Sonic the Hedgehog. Hedgehog, Sonic. This is where Eggman calls Gamma.
How can I serve you, Dr. Robotnik?
Eradicate all of those menaces! Give them all you got!
Aye, aye, sir. I will comply.
I'm counting on you, Gamma!
Well, it's something I've always wanted to do. I lie because I've played this game so many times before. But let's shoot Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
This is how broken E102 is. You can just mash the shoot button. So in E102's story, he's about to finish off Sonic. He didn't lose.
Mr. Robot?
Amy?
Hey, Mr. Robot. I know you're not an
Heartfelt
evil
music.
sort. Wait,
You're
remember
supposed to think. How can I have forgotten you? It's been 5 minutes. What kind of dumb question is that? I mean, it would make sense if, I don't know, I'd been to sleep since I'd last seen you, you know.
Amy! Oh, I really don't get this.
Why am I even questioning this? Why am I even entertaining this
Sonic, look!
tete-a-tete situation, this conversation Why am I even attempting it? You're a character in a video game. Sort your life out. And that could be directed to either me or the character in the game, depending on the situation the character in the game is in.
Again for saving me as usual, Sonic.
Oh yeah, because Sonic got you out of that jail cell, you lying hypocrite piece of shit.
My metal friend. It's dangerous here.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Come with us.
Offer me the bird.
I told you we'd be friends the next time we met. Even
Did
I
she?
wanted the best for you.
I did speak over that cutscene as I have this one, so I might not have caught that. Technically, we're friends now. E102 just scrolls down his Facebook list. Oh look, there's Amy Rose. Now on my Facebook friends.
We'll meet again, my robot friend.
Okay, so this is the bit of the story where E102 questions serving Eggman and whether Eggman is actually the right person to be serving. I think it's a very good point, but it therein presents this problem with I can't remember the name of the principal exactly. That's a Dreamcast screenshot. These are Dreamcast screenshots. You can tell by the crappiness of the models. But what I was trying to say was there's a principle in robotics whereby if you make your robot capable of
Enemy.
of thought,
Master registration.
then you're like breaking like a golden rule.
E-series.
And
Friends.
by Eggman having created his robot with thought, he's created a robot that could then choose to murder. It has the ability to do so if it were to so choose. And I mean, that is worse than him creating robots in the first place, I think, if he's making robots that can actually think for themselves. Because it in the words of E102, presents a problem. I love this, listen to him. Pick up, put down.
Pick up, put down. Pick up, put down. Pick up, put down. Pick up, put down. Pick up, put down.
That is so much fun. I love it. Throw. Oh, let me at it, please. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, balls. Shit. I didn't mean to throw it there. Cut. Okay. Okay, this time I won't throw it. It won't land on a slope I can't pick it up from. You can hover and carry, which is very useful. So, Windy Valley. So yeah, actually there's 3 characters that can access Windy Valley normally. By a glitch, you can access it as Knuckles. I can't remember the exact criteria, but I think it's on the Dreamcast version. The time trials menu like gets glitched, and you can get characters to load up in the wrong levels. You can do that for Knuckles for Windy Valley. I can't remember exactly how. But only 3 characters legitimately get into the level. That will be the phrase I use. Don't shoot the enemies that are on the bridge, because you might shoot out the bridge by accident, and then you'll feel well stupid. There are methods of getting around, if you do so, but it's not ideal. So, I didn't bother telling you my anecdote. This is where Sonic's level begins. I didn't bother telling you my anecdote yet about today. You're probably sitting on a sofa, or you probably have a sofa in your living room. You know what a sofa is, right? You know how heavy those things can be? Fairly big things over, you know. Well, I helped carry a sofa on my shoulders for just under a mile across a village, getting a load of stares from people who thought it was real fucking funny that two guys were carrying a sofa on their shoulders. You land... Ah, shit. Didn't land on there. You can actually land up there, it's pretty funny. But as per usual, being right next to the boss usually puts you at a swell advantage. The E100 battles, they go on a bit longer than your general battles, but they're still really short. I had almost 6 minutes on my timer, because I killed that badnik that gave me like 40 seconds.
E103 Delta, rescue complete.
So basically he's going around rescuing the other E100 robots, and by rescuing he means destroying them and letting the flickies fly free. Which ultimately brings him to a existential crisis, really. Because what happens when he's saved everyone except himself? Then what? Does he have to end one life to start a new one? Anew? Back as a flicky as he used to be? So we're now going to play Red Mountain, and E102's Red Mountain is based on the second half, which is pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I like the music in that section, I like how it looks, but what the hell is up with the weird prisoner things, the weird, like, blue and yellow shaky prisoners? I'm sure I will have an opportunity to show them to you if they're in this level. I mean, I ran straight past them as Sonic. I don't think I even drew attention to them, and they're perhaps the most messed up thing of this level. Incredibly memorable. This piece of music's really cool. I think I included it in my sample video, because it uses a sample from like a 90s rap track. It's basically a siren, like a cop car siren, and it's been turned into what sounds like a guitar line in this version. I love it. That mode change thing is less fun than it looks. I mean, it can really get in the way sometimes. I wish you could aim E102's gun better. It's really tricky to get a decent aim on it. He basically takes the ground route, whereas Sonic takes like the higher platforms, but it exists in the same like character space, in the same level space. Now this is a section I don't think you go into as Sonic. I might be wrong. I know you can get into this section as Sonic, even though you're not supposed to, by glitching. I mean, there's lots of that stuff, but I can only really be bothered to show it in, say, like a video or series of videos as opposed to in the game, because I think just glitching through, like with the ice cap thing, I think I probably painted a poor image of myself by showing off a glitch rather than playing it properly. I mean, that's the feeling I got watching it back. It's like, well, actually, I feel kind of crap for showing this, because it detracts from the whole experience if I show you could just glitch through a wall and like have no extra time credited on the timer. It just, I don't know, it made me feel like I was neglecting the game in some way, like I was not paying it the respect it deserved.
E104 Epsilon, rescue complete.
And we're at, ooh, yeah, we're over half an hour. Okay, then I shall split this here.